Okay, so this is a little update about everything that we know is going on. First of all, thank you for everything, for all of the messages, for all of the well wishes, for all the thoughts, for all the things that you may have not known how important it has been and is for me, or whatever. It's just great, and I really love it because you are fueling me along on this crazy journey that's happening. So I don't know how much I want to say, and it's weird. When I wanted to start this video, I didn't exactly even know what to say because I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth, and so maybe that makes me a little nervous. So but things are hard, and you should probably know that. But things that are so weird and hard are just very, very interesting. So, of course, we had the surgery on Friday, and from Friday, I never knew, and who knows what would come out of that after the surgery. You know, what am I going to wake up like? What's it going to be like? Can I do things and all this stuff? But turned out that I could, I had some function in my hand. I could talk. All the things that was scary, and they just were there when I woke up. I told you about already, being in the ICU and everything else. And we ended up going home a day before we kind of thought we would. And I think it was just mostly I was bent on getting out of there, and just I was doing, the therapist kept coming in. I was having occupational, physical, and speech, and everyone just had some great things to say. And so it turned out to be, it was okay for me to be at home, right? So we did that. We managed that. The first night was hard. The biggest things that have been surprising have been freaking taking a shower, and how scary and exhausting it is to meddle with 27 staples in your head and try to pretend that they're not there. That's really interesting. And just the anxiety part of that, like, I'm on some drugs, but not a lot. We cut back on quite a few things because I was actually taking probably more, what's it called? So I'm going to get tongue-tied now when I'm talking in front of you. I got a little, it was too much on some of the heavy drugs, opiates. So then we switched over to a Xanax, and sometimes I literally will need those to just take the edge off of how anxious ridden I am for an event, and it's full blown and crazy. So we've tried to do some really nice things for ourselves, myself and Steve, just really trying to think, okay, so let's do what can we do consistently to make things operational and smooth and see a change, instead of just wondering if it's going to be okay this time or next time. So we're trying to do things that make it seem like we can have a little bit more control, or at least see what's happening, so that it feels like we're getting some kind of consistent result, and learning something from it. And I think it's working. So that's good. My showers, which are today was the worst, or was the easiest shower, and I actually shaved my legs. I don't care if this is TMI, but that was very exciting for me. Very, very exciting. It just feels like this weird accomplishment to be able to do this. So that was great. Sleeping, I put my regular watch on, I think a couple nights ago, and my sleep patterns started to look like actual real sleep patterns. That was cool. I don't know why I get into that stuff, but I do. But one thing you should know that's really interesting, I have these moments of real, and despair is not even the right word, but I should just tell you because I think it's interesting. if you ever know anyone else who goes through something like this, it's I can't put a name on what it is, what it feels like. I think I probably mentioned this before. It's like this feeling of, there's not even an answer to explain what the feeling is, but it's so deep and so strong, and it isn't despair. It's just this, I don't even know how to explain it. So I have those lapses once in a while. And I get, and that happens, we've discovered, when I am extremely exhausted, and it will hit like a wall, just like you'd see in a stupid movie or something where, someone all of a sudden just, that's it, it's over, and I can barely walk. I lose, I'm groaning to get to a room. I can barely manage even thinking about the next step in front of my foot. And then I crash. So that has been really hard, but we are, again, figuring that out, figuring all of these little things out. So all the messages that you don't see from me are not because I am not listening or not that I have heard. And I catch I catch everything that you give me. So I listen and I look and I hear and I feel it. And it really lifts me up. So I'm still here. I just don't have the functioning power to tell you how much you mean to me. But it's all there. It's all there. I go on these little rampages sometimes where I feel so freaking good. And I feel so lucky to be that I'm here and alive. For this perspective, for what I don't feel that, you should know that too. I don't really feel bad about any of this. It's hard, but I feel like I changed. I feel like something changed in me, and I have an outlook where I just want to be a part of this. I want to be a part of this. I want to be a part of this world. I want to be a part of this life. I want to be a part of everyone else's feelings of goodness, and just make a difference in a way that can speak to somebody else. Even if you don't have an issue like me, you don't need to have an issue like this. You don't have to have a big issue to be loved and cared for and significant in the world. And all of this perspective, and I probably could elaborate better on another time, and I won't right now, but I feel it so strongly that I know I'm never going to be the same person that I am or I was ever again, and I appreciate it. I love it. So who knows what's going to happen to me, but what the time that I have right now. What time that I have right here is what that I dwell on. It's and I talked about this before, when I go to bed at night, when I'm thinking about the people I'm with or was with at some point, events, though I don't even have to try to think about those things. They just come to me. All of the love, all of the feelings that I have for these people, all of these connections that I have made. And I have to say that I don't know if I've made all these connections, how long ago I've made these things happen. But there are times when there's been times in my life where I've decided I'm going to make something different of who I am and where I am and what I am, and those little parts, those little pieces over time have added up to something right now that is fueling me through this change and this difference. And I want to live for this. I want to be a part of this adventure for myself and for other people, for my kids, for you. And all I can continue to think about is, what am I going to do next? What am I going to do with this? Where's this going to evolve into? How is this going to feel? What can I do for other people? It gets me a little, choked up even. It's a very elated type of feeling. And I'm very glad for it. And it doesn't always come like this, so don't think that this is how I am all the time. definitely, have those moments where I need a Valium and I need to sleep and I lose the control for just a moment. I don't know where it went and where it came from and where it's going or whatever. But we were at a very small amount. I think I may be taking a half of one a day, and sometimes it just kicks in and I just need a little tiny edge, and then just to get over that little pass. But otherwise, we're trying really hard to keep control on the sleep patterns, the energy patterns, things I'm thinking about, the people I'm interacting with, how I'm interacting with people. I'm thankful. You are my thoughts when I'm thinking about what people are doing and what kinds of things they're working on in their lives. And I imagine you in a even if you're not imagining what you're doing, I'm imagining how you're feeling and how I guess, maybe silly, energetically, I want to be part of your existence. So that could be cheesy, whatever. Anyway, so yesterday, great thing happened to me yesterday. I had I go down in these really deep crunches, and I sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep. Or then I'll wake up with some weird epiphany, and then I can't sleep because I'm thinking about something that's so awesome that I can't get out because I'm just thinking about it. And then sometimes it's just, I just let it go. And I don't know if I've ever been able to be like that before. I'm a big thinker type of person, and I can just let some of these ideas go, and it feels so good. I'm like, I don't really even have to bring this up. I don't have to tell people about this, but it's so good to feel and think about. So I do. I let myself think about what great things, and yeah. So it's good. So yesterday, I'll just tell you my big thing happened to me yesterday. And so many of you know I am a fitness person, and it's I teach fitness. I'm a personal trainer, but more than that, that's who I am. I feel elated by other people. I feel inspired by other people all the time. I've never been the best at anything. I've never been the best, whatever, runner, weightlifter, nothing. And that's okay. I don't care about that. I love the way that I feel when I'm doing stuff, working out and getting the interaction with people. So yesterday, I woke up and Steve was in the bed. We have this little bed set up in the bedroom downstairs next to me. And he was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I gotta get up. It's time." So I get up and I get my walker out. And by the way, I've been kicking ass with this walker, just in case you're curious. I get out the walker and I get my JBL speaker. And he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm going outside." And I turn on one of my playlists, one that I had recently. I give these playlists to people sometimes when I do these little workouts. And it's this, I have a couple recently that I have put together. They're all like these really good good songs. And then they have interlude songs in between them, so that I usually set myself, it's usually a strength little thing I set myself up for. So I know what exercises I'm going to do for the whole song. Excuse me. And then I'll give my interlude so I can go, okay, good. I did all those. And now I have like 30 seconds. And I talk through what I'm going to do next, and then I do the next thing. So if you get this playlist, which I think I'm going to post here for you, I'll put those on next. And all I did, I walked back and forth across the deck, listened to every single song that was on this playlist, and I was singing, and I was like, there was tears, and everything meant something different than it has meant before. Like, all the words are the same, but it was just it just had this great new meaning for me. Again, like you have some weird epiphany, right? And it was all perfect, and I thought, I couldn't help but think to myself, I'm so glad that I've done this for myself and I've given these things to other people, because right now it means so much for me to hear these songs in my own head in the way that I needed to hear them in order to feel like I can do this. I can be good. I can be strong. I can be here for people. I can be here for myself. I can be here for my family. and I don't care. I don't care if I sound cheesy. I don't have that feeling, and it's such a great and bizarre and odd feeling, like to not have those feelings. And I've had those feelings for my whole life, and I'm gonna go ahead and guess that some of you have those feelings too. So everything that I've ever talked about in these previous videos is real. It's real stuff. You are living a real-time life with real-time ideas, with real-time feelings, and it's okay to be out there. It's okay to be out there and to feel it. Just live it strong and feel good about it. And I felt like $1,000,000. I have no idea how many times I went back and forth across the deck just singing my song, not like sad tears, but just like, yes, this song, that's exactly this meaning. Everything just came up for me, and it was just perfect. Of course, I was exhausted when I was finished, but it felt so good to just like let it out. And I've decided that that's something I really need to do on a daily. And so I will also put some of those songs or playlists here and there. I'm not going to promise anything big because I don't know what I can promise. But I will put those out there to share with you. And if they mean something to you, I'd love to hear about it, because or if there's any new meaning or whatever, that'd be great. And if not, it's no big deal too. Of course, I don't care. But it made me feel great. So, and it makes me feel great to think about giving it to someone else. So on the other note, just because I think people were curious too, everyone thought Pathology Day was last week, and it wasn't, because and we just got so overwhelmed with what we were supposed to be doing and all the therapy sessions and everything else that we really hadn't told anybody what was going on. So close people know, and Steve has to manage or parent, or my mom or my dad or whatever. You hear bits and pieces. We have an oncology appointment Thursday, and that's when we're working with Anschutz. We feel very supported by that. We don't know what we're going to come up with. I can't remember the name of the doctor right off the top of my head, but we're basically, here to trust and listen to what they're going to tell us, what our options are. We have no idea. We know it's some kind of glioblast, and it's a high grade. And what you get, right? Sorry. So anyway, we have an oncology appointment. We're going with Anschutz, and then on the 15th, I think, is when I get staples out. So after the staples come out, that's when we're going to figure out. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know if I'm doing chemo. I don't know anything. We don't know. We just know it's a glioblast, and it's high grade. And from there, we have to just figure out what the therapy will be, and we'll go from there. Hopefully, I won't have to do any more brain surgery, because that would be nice. But if the rest is, I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of you have been part of oncology and cancer and everything in your lives, and I do not anticipate that feeling good. So we'll just have to deal with it when it comes, but that is the big gist right now. So we have those 2 appointments. We are getting staples out, and we are getting an oncologist. And from there, we are going to figure the next steps, and we'll just continue to share as we can. And that's pretty much it. I just want you to know you have meant so much to me. And even if you're not even like in contact with me, but you're thinking about me, I swear I feel it. I swear it. It's like, it's good. And I love it. So I appreciate everything. And I'm looking forward to living a full life. I would love to be a part of the rest of the world for humanity and for everything. So I am just wanting that so much. And I want to share my good vibes with you. So I'm going to go ahead and send that a playlist for you next. And if I get goofy from time to time, just deal with it, okay? Because I need that. I need the love, I need the lift, and I care for all of the care that you've been giving me. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.